matter of protecting the gains achieved so far and continuing to operate the Hamid Karzai Airport, which we have been doing for 6 years, if the necessary conditions are met. Discussions on this matter continue. We are working on how we can do this together with other countries. In this context, the U.S. technical delegation came to our ministry today and we began negotiations. No decision has been taken yet. We currently have 1 personnel member there and do not plan to send any more at this time. Will their presence there continue or not? We want to achieve favorable results for our country and Afghanistan's interests.
All right, let's get some analysis on this from Orzala Nemat. She's the Director of Research for Better Afghanistan and joins us from here in London. Orzala, thank you so much for joining us on the programme. The security of this airport has been a problem for a long time. It is a target, as are the roads around it. This is a big responsibility, isn't it, and a big challenge for Turkey.
Thank you. Definitely, the Kabul airport is one among the main international airports in Afghanistan. There are some international flights in Mazar Sharif and in Herat. Recently, Host Airport has also been established, but Kabul airport is the most important one, not only for the Afghan citizens, but also for international aid workers, for journalists, for diplomats, and even military forces. Other than Bagram, which was a military airport, generally some military staff also use this. Turkey's role in this has been also, as your report mentioned, for the last years, under the NATO and resolute support, they have had an important role in securing the airport. I have to say, the airport itself has very strong security measures. It's more the roads accessing to airport that often come under attack and are insecure. The building itself and the surroundings are generally as safe as allowing, for example, Emirates airport, the Emirates airline, or for example, Turkish airline and some other international airlines to fly back and forth. So the airport itself has been relatively safe. Whether it can be kept safe or not is a question about future, and we'll see how things go on from now on.
Yeah, and we just heard from the Turkish Defence Minister there saying that we want to achieve favourable results for our country and Afghanistan's interests. That is in everybody's interest, a stable and secure Afghanistan. What, in your opinion, needs to happen for a better future for the Afghan people?
A better future requires an immediate ceasefire and the peace talks to have a real meaning and to end the bloodshed across Afghanistan. I mean, the airport is one way to open access of Afghans or internationals coming back and forth to Afghanistan. We are a landlocked country, so airports are important for us from that perspective. If Turkey is aiming to play a constructive role in future, it's really important to work very closely with the government of Afghanistan and make sure to avoid some sensitive remarks or statements. For example, recently we heard one of the Turkish officials, probably President Erdogan himself, was mentioning about Pakistan being also involved in this. And you know that with Pakistan, Afghanistan has rather troubled relations when it comes to security and safety and the safe sanctuaries of, Taliban over there and all that. So these are things that makes the story a little bit complicated. So if really Turkey wants to play a constructive role, it's really important to make sure that there is a professional and an accountable to the people of Afghanistan way of working with this, rather than using this as a kind of a political, deal that can sensitize things when it comes to Afghans, whether to welcome this or not.
OK, yeah, challenging times ahead for the country and indeed for the international community. Orzala Nemat from Better Afghanistan joining us live here in London. Thank you.